What's up, folks? Today is March the 3rd, 2019, Sunday. We are here in our weekly recap. So one of the things we're going to go over today, we're going to spend some time talking about why we've been a little calm lately in the market. We're going to take a look at our implied volatility levels here in our market watch. And then we're going to take a look at the charts and really try to nail down and think about the week ahead and what we'd like to do. Okay, so let's go through our current positions. Here we are in EEM. EEM is fine. We've got the April iron butterfly on. 52 basically percent probability of profit. I'll bet it'll be 52 tomorrow. Yeah, 52.5 tomorrow. And so we have really nice, again, wide break evens. We're looking to get this trade off at 25% of the credit that we took in on the short strikes. So that's a GTC order that we have on there. Let's go to GDX. GDX looks okay. 67% probability of profit. We're already up $67 on this particular position. And so we are naked on this position, but I'm hoping that, we'll be able to stay here. Nice wide break evens. We're getting somewhat close in regards to being able to take this particular position off. Here we are in IYR. We have two positions on an IYR. This is both IYRs, our real estate ETF. This is our total position. So as you can see, we're up in the total position. Let's change to March here. March, we've got a really nice trade set up here, because what we've done is we have very little risk all the way down here until 78 basically. So 78 is our risk, and then we go down to 72, which is our risk at 712. But up to 78, down to 78, we only have risk here at $12, and we can make up to 88, and so we're right here in the middle of this. 42% probability of being in between these short strikes. So we'll begin to look at taking some of these positions off, right? We're protected really nicely. So 88, really after commissions and whatnot, we got a small position size. So after commissions, we're, hopefully, I don't know, 40 or 50 bucks here if we can potentially get that type of a trade off. Let's change to April. We'll take off our March. April, really nice. Let's change these slices here. And we'll change our date to the 18th. So what we have here, we're 45% probability of profit. 620 either side. So we're even here. We had it centered over 85. If I recall, IYR got down to about 83 and jumped a little bit back up to 84. So we'll see what happens with this. We do have the ability to add on, and we'll add on if we get down here at 82. So if you haven't already, here's what I would encourage you to do here in IYR. Create an alert. And let's just say at or below $82. For this alert. That way we know that if an alert happens, right, then what we can do is we can go in and we can, we'll know what's going on there. So we have the alert set for 82. We'll add a position on to two contracts at 82. SPY, we're trying to get filled on two positions in SPY. We added a position in SPY, which I'll alert to members here shortly from the close on Friday. So if we go to our charts, I'll move my face. And so we were up. So we closed here in SPY on Friday, right? And we jumped all the way to 280.42. And so what this means here is that we want to add a position up here. I think that if we, so we have this right here at 280.42 is where it closed. We were up $1.74, 0.6 of a percentage point. And so we go back to our Analyze tab. And so what we do is we go out a week. So the 8th, 283 put, 286 put, sell the 283, buy the 286 March 15th. So we go out another week and we create a directional diagonal. So what we'll need is we'll need SPY. We'll go back to our charts here. We'll need SPY to probably get up to 282 for either of these orders to get filled. And so what we're doing is we're essentially playing the idea that SPY, right, will go up no more than a couple of percentage points over a 5-day period. Right, so you can go any 5-day period, and typically what we're seeing is no more than a 2 to 2.5% increase, and most of the time we're going to be significantly less than 2.5%. And so that's why we're looking here at selling this all the way up here at 283, because I don't think that it'll close right more than 2% up or 2.5% up from this level. And so that trade again is sell the 283 put on the 8th of March, buy the 286 put the 15th of March. Same as the one on Monday, because as you'll see, SPY didn't really do a lot throughout the week. SPY essentially started at 279 right for the week and ended there. And so we had basically a flat week here in the S&P 500. I mean, if we go to a weekly chart, so let's go 3-year weekly, take a look right here, we basically had a doji, right? So after 1, 2, we'll go back. So after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight weeks up, we had a doji. You can see here I'm trying to get this order filled. So 9 straight weeks up, we have a doji. It would not surprise me if we see some type of other directional move here in the market. So that's how come when we go to our Analyze tab, you'll see that SPY is showing in our positions, right? But we don't have anything on because we're trying to get both of these positions filled. Let's go TLT. TLT looks fine. Move me back up. TLT looks fine, and so what we're trying to do here is just to get a neutral. We'll add another position, right? We're only risking $242, trying to make 70 or 80, right? Because we're going small, right? In order to teach. Let's go VIX B, which is the next position we have on. VIX B, we're close to getting this off. Here's where current break even is at 34. We're at 30, just under, so 20.97 or so. We go all the way out. Our break even is 43.07. So we sold the 42 contract as here, only one position size for $100 worth of credit. And then we take that 42 all the way out to 43.07 to make our credit. 96.86% probability of profit. And so let's go to our last two positions. Here we are in XLE for the 15th of March. We have a really good potential to make some money, but we're, flirting here right on the edge of our break even. We do have a 60.06 probability of profit. We're at 2% down here. So we're getting to the point where it's time to move this 63 put up. Okay, so we're looking at moving this 63 put up. We might go to 65, right? Just to take in a little bit more credit, move our break evens out on the call side a little bit further. Finally, XLY, really nice. I mean, we're already up $70. One contract, risking 340 on the put side, but only 140 on the call side because the calls were so cheap. So really risking very, very little money for a nice little payout on XLY. But let's now go to our IV percentiles. Okay, so let's spend some time talking about why we don't have a ton of contracts. So anything below 30, I'm just going to go 30 on the IV percentile. I'm just going to go ahead and basically discount unless we're looking at something like and a TLT, which is at 17.52. EEM, emerging markets, was up when we added the position. But let's go up here and let's take a look at everything above 30. So we have TAN. We can't really get anything good in TAN. We have a position in VIX. never gives us a lot of credit. And then we get IYR, which we're in. And then we get GDX and GDXJ. I only ever want to be in one of those at the same time, right? Because I never want to be too invested in one particular area of the market, right? So that's how come you're always going to see me diversify. If this was a different area of the market, right, we would absolutely add this position because we're at 40. But we really are already pretty nicely centered over a vast majority of what we're looking at. And so I want to be careful, right? I want to be careful in what we're doing because I don't want to, let's say there's a major move in gold, right? I don't want to be invested in both of these at the same time because otherwise we're going to get in trouble. We're going to get in trouble and we're going to lose on both positions rather than only one position, which is why we always want to diversify. Okay. Let's go to our charts here. Let's just take a look at our charts. You're going to see a lot of the same type of stuff here. We're going to move that down there. This is new. I'm trying this facial recognition or the webcam a little bit. So we can see here that IWM is still pretty far off of the highs, right? Still pretty far off of the highs, which is one of the only securities to be so far off of the highs. We did see a pretty big move here the last day. We go day. Let's go to the week. We're also seeing, though, a down week, less of a doji. 6, 7, 8, 9, but again, 9 straight weeks there. We already looked at the SPY. SPX is that. Let's look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Essentially the same type of deal here. A little bit of a down week, very similar, but what you'll notice here is much, much closer to the highs, right? To the highs than IWM was. Let's go to our NASDAQ, our Qs. Maximize that sell. Qs are really close right here. Trying to put in a lower high. We've passed this high, but it's still acting as resistance here. Then we've got our major high up here that we're trying to get to, right? We're trying to get to that major high, okay? So if we're looking at this, I would still say, right, until we break through this level of resistance, this would be my area, but we're close here. And then the next area of resistance would indeed be all-time highs. So that's where we're at with the market, right? We're close to some of these levels of resistance that we saw earlier, but what we're doing, right, is just trying to get to some of these areas of resistance and see what we can do. So that's where we're at. Going into the week, we're going to see if we can get any bumps in implied volatility, right? If we can get a bump in implied volatility, then we're going to look at adding. But right now, we're really just kind of in a waiting game. If the SPY gets up to our area that we're looking for, we don't want a 3-minute. We want the daily. Right, if our SPY, I really think that we'll get filled at 280, 250 to 283 on this position. And so if we get up there, then hopefully this diagonal will go off. That's where we're at for the week. Again, we're just kind of playing it slow and steady, seeing if we can get any pops in implied volatility, trying to look at our market from a really critical lens. and just continue to sell premium, right? Now, that's the name of the game. That's what we're trying to do. And so, yeah, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at Ryan, R-Y-A-N, at Sell That Option. Otherwise, let's have a great week, y'all. All right, so what you just saw was a weekly video that I send out to my members every single Sunday that does really two things. One, it goes over my current positions, kind of what I'm thinking with each of those positions, whether or not I think we're going to need to adjust those positions or add to those positions. I also will go over kind of what I'm thinking going into the week, right? So I'm thinking, hey, right, the market is giving us this. What is it that we need to do in order to be successful this week in the market? What is it that we need to do in order to make sure that we are generating income for our portfolios? And then the other thing that we're doing is we're talking general market overview, right? What's going on in the market? In late 2018, right, when I'm recording this, oil has been getting destroyed, right? And so we talk a little bit about how that's influencing the general market, right? Why is oil doing what it's doing, or how is it impacting the S&P 500? How is it impacting general market sentiment, right? We're really trying to get into the mindset, right? And we're really trying to delve deep into some of these larger issues in the market, right? And how that might impact our portfolios. Right, and the reason that I do this is because I sincerely believe that what needs to happen week in and week out, day in and day out, is for people that are trying to learn how to get good at this, right? Because all this is it's a skill. It's like every other skill, right? You can learn, right? You need to learn from somebody that's been there, that's figured it out, and can be successful, right? So that's what I'm doing with each of my members every Sunday when I send this video out. Is I'm saying, hey, this is getting into the mind of somebody that's figured it out, that is successful. And so I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not advising. I'm simply showing you and letting you get into my mind a little bit as to what it is that I do day in and day out, week in and week out. Now, for watching this far, I want to give you a special code, right, for membership. So if you're ever interested in joining us here at sellthatoption.com, you can go to Stock Trading Services and you can enter the code YouTube. All lowercase, YouTube, all lowercase, in order to get 50% off any membership, lifetime 50% off, quarterly, yearly, monthly, all 50% off, and all available to you with the code YouTube. Okay, so what do you get? Under members, you get my daily recap videos, you get my weekly strategy videos, you get my introduction to stock options course, my advanced options course, and my general knowledge base. And I am always adding new courses, right? I'm always adding new case studies, always adding new stuff to make sure that the education and the product that I'm delivering is simply the best. That's my goal, to deliver the best product. That way I give you, my loyal subscribers and my loyal followers, the absolute best opportunity to be successful in this market. Right, so there it is, all lowercase, YouTube, discount code, 50% off. If you have any questions, reach out to me at Ryan, R-Y-A-N, at sellthatoption.com. Or, as always, stay humble, stay hungry, and here's to our success.